Hi, I'm Shannon Sheridan, and I'm a research librarian at PNNL. I'm helping the MSD-LIVE team create how-to guides so that users can maximize the utility of MSD-LIVE. In this tutorial, we will discuss why you should be citing datasets and how to actually create those citations. First, let's start with the why. Data is a legitimate, citable product of research. Treating data as a scholarly product ensures that the hard work and effort of creating, curating, and publishing data is recognized, and credit is duly given. To support this shift in scholarly publishing, more and more researchers are publishing datasets as research products with their own unique identifiers. Sharing and preserving data are central to protecting the integrity of science. Funders and publishers are increasingly expecting funded research data to be findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable, or fair. This is a good thing. Research consumes large amounts of resources, and it is only fair, pun intended, to make results accessible to review and build upon. However, the promise and benefits of data sharing can only be realized if people give credit for the hard work of creating a dataset. Citing datasets has benefits for a variety of groups. For data producers, first and foremost, it provides proper attribution and credit. This helps demonstrate the impact of their work and establishes research data as an important contribution to the scholarly record. Additionally, it helps create a bibliographic trail, connecting publications and supporting data, and establishing a timeline of publication and usage. There are also benefits for data users. Citations make it easier to find datasets, supports the persistence of datasets, and encourages the reuse of data. Finally, as mentioned, everyone benefits from the increased transparency and reproducibility that citations enable. So now that you are hopefully convinced of the benefits of citing data, let's walk through how you would do that. Unlike citations for publications, there is no one right way of citing a dataset. Instructions for citation styles do not consistently provide examples for dataset citations. However, the underlying components of a data citation are very similar to those of a publication. You should be including the creators or contributors of the dataset along with the date of publication. Note the title of the dataset and who the publisher is. The publisher is often either an institution or online repository. In the case of data stored in the MSD-LIVE data repository, MSD-LIVE is the publisher. Be sure to include the unique identifier or URL of the dataset, basically where someone can find the data online. There are a few different unique identifiers out there, but DOIs, or digital object identifiers, are the most common. DOIs are assigned to datasets on MSD-LIVE, for example. A DOI is preferred over a URL, since DOIs are permanent and URLs have a bad habit of breaking. A DOI will help future researchers easily locate the data from your citation, as it is unique and will always only refer to that particular dataset. If it's applicable, also include the version information or the date you accessed the dataset. Here are some examples of data citations. The order of the information is not as important as having sufficient information to find the dataset used. Some standards still apply. The authors will always be first in the citation. You can see that while the formatting, order, and punctuation change between the examples, the base information is sufficient in each case to allow a person to track down these particular datasets. Refer to your author guidelines or style guide to properly arrange and format these citation elements, such as for things like italicization or punctuation. Many data providers also recommend their preferred citation or supply an example. You can download suggested citations from MSD-LIVE in a variety of commonly accepted citation formats. A few final thoughts on data citation to close with. Once you have formatted the data citation appropriately, don't forget to add it to your list of references. Many of the indexing programs out there will only register or count a citation if it is in that reference list. If you cite the data elsewhere, such as in a data availability statement or the supplemental information of an article, it runs the risk of not getting indexed, and the author, whether it's you or someone else, not getting appropriate credit for the citation. A suggested citation format may be specified by some publishers if you're citing data in a research article, with specific additional information they ask for. They may also request citation of related publications along with the data. When citation formats are not specified, you can follow your discipline's scholarly citation style. That brings me to my last point. It is okay to cite your data in the reference list of your publication. If you are publishing a paper and your data underlies the research in that paper, you can publish the data and cite its DOI in the reference list of your paper. That will ensure that others can easily find the data that supports your research and that you'll get credit for the dataset as well. That brings us to the end of this video. If you have any questions, you can always get support by emailing help@msdlive.org with your questions or suggestions.